Hi everybody. Let me know if this is working. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let me know. Oh, good. Oh, here comes Bambi to say hi. Hi, Bambi. I would love to move the camera so you can see her better, but it always messes up my wiring and then the sound goes bad. So no animal cams today. Well, actually, there's some beagles. If I could get out of the way, show you. There you go. That's one beagle. That's another beagle. You can't really see him because he has a lot of black. But we have three beagles, which is not necessarily a good idea, by the way. Beagles are cool, but I would say one at a time, paired with other more normal dogs, it would be better. Um, So let's see. I'm going to announce a little bit what today's about, and then I'll catch up on everybody's hellos. Thank you so much. I love the hellos. Um, okay, so today is the last group healing that I'm doing for the year. It is December 20th, 2020 today, and this will be I'm going to be healing 92 people in 9 different countries, including 7 kids, ages 1 through 12. How cute is that? But the theme makes it so that it could be a very nice walkthrough that you could use, I guess, anytime, but also, sort of like at the end of some period of time for you and the beginning of another time. So year end, obviously, but say I don't know, you just want to get closure about some season of your life or some, like say you're quitting a job after 10 years or something, it can be a good sort of like getting closure on a time period and getting excited for the next time period type walkthrough. But in this case, specifically, we'll be getting closure with 2020 and getting excited about 2021. So getting closure, it's more than just getting closure. It's like, for people much later, maybe that aren't thinking historically, 2020, big global pandemic, COVID-19, lots of people unfortunately passed, crossed over. And it's still ongoing, the pandemic. And in the US, there was a lot of political stuff going on that is still going on. So that's that. So a lot of people, the health shifts for people, the economic shifts, a lot happened. There are ways in which it could have been taxing to you directly, and there are ways in which the year could have been taxing to you indirectly, like being around others who are going through hardship. Around meaning just in the same country, on the same planet, around. Or very close around other people who are going through hardship, or like I said, you could have gone through direct hardship yourself and maybe still are. So the beautiful thing with energy healing is there's always really good concrete things that you can do to improve your energy and improve just the direction you're heading, sort of like even if there are external circumstances that you cannot control, there's a lot that you can control internally through healing about your response to these external circumstances. And you can clear, like, for example, you can clear old baggage that is triggered by the external circumstances, and therefore really transform your experience of the external situations. So that's the empowerment aspect of energy healing is, even things in life you cannot control, there's a lot still that you can do within energy healing about it to make yourself stronger and happier. in concrete ways. Also, eventually, when you get, better and better and better at energy healing, you could also, get to a point where you can, like, say, unblock grounding for your loved ones on a spirit level, or you can just remind them on a spirit level to work with their angels, which is huge. So there are great things that you can do for others as well once you get better at your own self-care and your own boundaries. Aha, that's it. That's one thing I was forgetting. There was one part of the healing that I couldn't quite remember, and that was it. The boundaries part. Releasing whatever you accidentally took on from others for the year. That's going to be a part of today's healing. There's going to be a lot of fundamental work, as we always do in all these group healings, which is why I tell people try not to fixate too much on the theme of the healing, like, oh, I don't need that healing, I don't need that healing, but I really need a healing, because like all these healings have a lot of foundational stuff that helps everyone no matter what, like grounding work, indie grounding, aura repair, even in-depth aura repair of like extra auras, Wei Chi auras that help with boundaries and all sorts of stuff, chakra repair, etc. Lots of unblocking. But specific to the theme, we'll be using techniques like timeline healing, where you can see sort of like, oh, here's the year, or here's, whatever, and look at energy that you've kind of left, or unprocessed baggage that you have about the past, so that will help us to lighten up. Because the idea is not to let life, permanently scar you and irreparably burden you. The idea is that you've been through things, challenging things. Maybe there are wounds and those can be healed. Maybe there are burdens that you took on and those can be cleared. Maybe you lost some of your energy and that can be called back. So there's all sorts of cool remedies. Another thing that is theme specific, really, is we're gonna again heal the avoidance librarian parts of you, meaning parts of you that are subconscious usually, that sort of cause you to say, okay, I'm not going to deal with that. Oh, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to deal with that. And sort of they just shove away stuff, they repress. These parts of you repress things that you just don't feel like handling. And 2020 is definitely a year that has triggered a lot of stuff that people have been trying to avoid. And so that's like a special kind of stress. Like somebody said in a recent survey, they said that the second half of 2020 was jarring to my system. And that's, I think, a pretty classic and accurate way of describing this, where you have baggage that you've tucked away and you're like, I'm not dealing with that. Which technically is unhealthy. But then 2020 and just how big, and everything's big, like, big tragedies, big dramas, big whatever. Maybe not personally, but maybe personally as well. But that has caused a lot of people's, stashes of repressed baggage to trigger. And so that's that extra jarring sense, is that baggage that you've really decided you're not going to deal with is like just pulsing in your face. So we're going to clear that stuff so that you can not be jarred. Because, that's good. We want you to be peaceful and feel comforted and safe. So that's sort of the gist of it. We're going to do some comforting things like flower healing. We'll see how I'm going to do that boundaries thing about like not releasing what you've sponged up from other people. We'll see. And since this is a healing masterclass, people are like, what's the difference between the healing masterclass and those triplet healings? I think just the extent to which the archangels are involved in this, because to make it as potent and as sort of, I guess, valuable spiritually as 3 different triplet healings, in a set, the archangels sort of step up and help me, with the planning, with the vibration of it, with the technique selection and everything. So yeah, they're sort of being coy with me about how we're going to do the boundaries work, but where you sort of, because I think it's, you can have good interpersonal boundaries, like say with coworkers or family members or whatever, but then there's sort of the mass suffering and mass pain and mass fear that's been triggered in 2020 in particular. But in general, I think this is always sort of a thing that goes on, that, like, like on Mondays, usually, there's a lot more mass sort of angst because a lot of people don't like their jobs, and the jobs are Monday through Friday. So there's sort of this like, I have to go to work again thing on Monday mornings that I always tend to feel from others. But you can get to a point where you absorb that less and less. So it's just sort of like, oh yes, everyone's suffering today, but it's not like, oh my God, everyone's suffering today. Like, you don't internalize it. So, but 2020 has been definitely one of those years where, it's really good not to internalize the pain of others right now. Doesn't mean that you're not compassionate. You can still be aware of other people's discomfort and hardship, and you can mindfully choose ways to contribute to common good. But it won't drive you nuts and bring you down then, if you can handle not taking it on subconsciously. So that's something that the archangels Ariel and Jophiel will be helping me work into today's healing. The geeky stats, I always like these statistics, so I'll just bear with me if you don't like them. But so of the 92 people that I'm about to be healing, and just if you're new, you're totally welcome to watch these live streams. Or if you're not new but you didn't, purchase today's healing before it sold out, you're definitely welcome to watch this and any of my healing live streams and heal yourself as you watch. But the people that I will be healing in this live stream are 92 people. And of those 92 people, there are 9 countries. 74 of them are in the US. I think that's an especially high number in the US, probably. Maybe just because of the time I put them up. I'm going to have to play with that a little bit because I don't want to make it harder for people in other countries to purchase. So we'll see. But anyway, 74 from the US, 9 in Qatar, 2 in Spain, 2 in Canada, 1 in Saudi Arabia, 1 in the UK, 1 person in Germany, 1 person in Bermuda, and 1 person in South Korea. So hello to everybody that I'll be healing. Maybe some of you are watching live, some of you will catch it later in the video form. Hello. And of course, hello to everyone who's just watching to heal themselves without me healing them, so they're not in that group of 92. You're also welcome. And hello to everyone later who watches this video. You're awesome as well. Okay, so I'm going to catch up on the comments and then we'll get started. Well, I'll catch up on comments, then we'll have our minute of quiet while I do my final little prep, and then we'll get started. So people say hello from Pennsylvania, Janet, and lots of pretty emojis. Thank you. Someone says, hi, Janet, just finished watching your self demo healing. It was so thorough, good to follow along with. Yes. Yeah, she's referring to, I'm going to keep doing those demo style healings. I did one, I don't know, a week or 2 ago, and it ended up being like an hour long, but I just healed myself, and talked out loud while I did it. So I'll probably do those maybe once a month. We'll see. And they'll just be random lengths and random content. You know, just whatever I happen to need as I'm meditating. So yeah, that actually ended up being a walkthrough that I value quite a bit later to use this video. So I'm glad that it worked for you. So it says hello from Sweden. Hello, hello. Hi, Janet. I can see and hear you. Thank you so much for my pretty emojis too. Someone says hi, hello. Hello from Portland, Oregon. I hear you and Bambi. Yes, Bambi was the one running around there and the one in front of the camera. Hey, Janet, we can see and hear you. Excited for today. Cute little bunny rabbits. Good morning from Jenny in Ottawa, Ontario. Good afternoon too. Hello from Madrid. Hi from Madrid. Hi from South Africa. Hello from South Africa. Good morning, Janet. Hello from Germany. Hello. Hi from Alaska. Hi, everybody. Hi, love your healing work. Thank you so much. That's very kind. Hi from the Netherlands. This is fun. Everyone's posting locations. Good afternoon from Chicago. Good afternoon. How cold is it in Chicago right now? I haven't looked, but it's really warm here. Like with crazy amount of rain. And you know, it's kind of dark, like all day. I guess it's right by the winter solstice. But it is warm here right now. Warm meaning 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is Celsius. Sorry, guys. Hi from New Mexico in the US. Hi, Janet. Thank you so much for all your healings. I love them. I'm from Champaign, Illinois. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. Well, this is fun. People watching from all over the world. Yay. Okay. Oh, and there will be lots of grounding, releasing, and unblocking because I notice, especially for some of my telepathic consent participants, people need help releasing. That's part of when people get triggered, their grounding blocks up. And since so many people were very triggered throughout 2020, there's a lot of overdue releasing. so we will have a lot of releasing work today, a lot of letting go help. So sunny for once and not too cold yet. Yeah. You guys do get sunny. You get sunny and cold. We get rainy and warm and green, but not sunny. We trade sun for greenness around here. Even the tree branches and the tree branches are green. The grass is green here in the winter. It's really wild. There's green moss everywhere. Alrighty. So now this is going to be the quiet part where I just finish my prep and say hi to the 92 people. Make sure everyone gets it that we're about to start. Say hi with telepathy, nonverbal communication. And then when I start healing in about a minute and a half or 2 minutes, I'll move my hands so you'll know. Yeah, I'll be like moving hands up here, and that's how you know I'm starting the healing. And then I'll talk like a minute after that, tops. More hellos. Hello from Florida. Good. Hello, hello. All right. So just relax. You know, maybe have a healthy beverage. Chill out. You know, you could journal. You could chill out and breathe. And we will start very soon. Okay, thank you for waiting. So I suggest that when you heal yourself, you have a copy out in front of you of whatever part of your energy system you're healing. Whether or not you use your hands, you could like just observe and through your non-resistance clear a lot, but generally hands will speed up the process a lot more and also make you more self-assertive. Like you're more likely to clear twice as much in the same amount of effort if you are using your hands, because your hands generate so much gold light from the hand chakras and the fingertip chakras that you have. Even if you don't take a special class, you don't need a special class. You have chakras and they belong to you. They don't belong to some teacher. So go ahead and just acknowledge that you have energy centers, even if you didn't know you have them, and that they have round openings, and those round openings can, you can unblock them and open them up more so that when they spin, they generate even more energy. And just with your intention, you set the chakras to vibrate at a metallic gold vibration, and therefore the energy that they're generating would be at that metallic gold vibration. And I have it over here. I don't have it nearby. Hold on one sec. Where is it? Oh. So this, I wanted to get this because it's metallic gold. It's just gold glitter. But when I didn't see energy very well, it was really useful for me to be able to see any example of metallic gold, and then I could close my eyes and I could see it better. You don't have to see it, it's just kind of fun to be able to see. So I would, you know, always have it visible, like I just kept it on my desk or something. Not that one, but a different example of metallic gold. If you have a gold wedding band, that could be your example. Of course I don't, so mine is I don't know what it is, but so anyway, but you don't have to see the gold light coming out in order to have gold light coming out. Spirit work is done with intention, with thought. So vision is just a fun extra that is helpful but not necessary, and vision develops over time. The ability to use your clairvoyance to see your own energy develops. The more present you get, the more unblocked you get, the more your vision turns on. So in the meantime, you just imagine or think. So just wash out your aura with gold light, comb through it. Just imagine, you know, make a copy out in front of you of your aura and just wash through it with lots of gold light. And I'm combing downward because the idea is you're releasing, you know, you're washing out the blocked energy, and it goes down, your grounding. So let's go ahead and create big, wide grounding, brand new grounding, red or orange or yellow. That's wide as your whole aura, all the way around and behind you, even in front of you. And red or orange or yellow are vibrations or colors that would be beneficial. So one of those colors for your grounding. And I suggest that you make it wide all the way down to the core of the earth so that it attaches there, and then bring it up high, all the way up to your third chakra. Right below your sternum bone, that's where your third chakra is. So bring it all the way up there and keep it wide, and then comb through it with your fingers, like you're combing out tangles in your hair. Just comb through it with your fingers and generate lots of gold light to comb out the tangles in your grounding. And you can also use gold sandstorm. I like that a bunch. So gold sandstorm, I just feel like it's more self-assertive. I don't always use it, but when I do, I'm glad I did. So it gets out more. That's kind of stuck and stubborn. So what gold sandstorm is, it's just you're using the same gold light from coming out of your hands and your fingertip chakras, metallic gold, but you make the bits of gold light spin like a sandstorm, and just with your intention, and so they kind of scrub stuff out better. So just imagine you're grounding, especially in the back, and just scour out all the energy blocks there. Just melt them. Let the extra energy that's not yours wash down to the core of the earth. The core of the earth would just like clean it off and send it to whoever it belongs to, the energy back to them. So that's nice. So just the center and the center of the grounding, so like straight down from your hips and your chakras and everything, that tends to block up the most. Also, the back of the grounding tends to block up the most. Obviously, you want to check everywhere, but those are the places that would block up most commonly. So you just check those extra. Lots of spinning, gold sandstorm. And again, we are releasing all sorts of buildup from the whole year. And, I mean, you may not have had like a tremendous amount of stress that directly happened to your life, but obviously many people in your country, on the planet, did. So you want to just release anything that, maybe that sort of mass fear, mass pain cause you to maybe resist more and therefore release less. So now you want to undo that. Just say, hey, it's okay. It's all right. I need to let go. It's time to let go. A lot of times the parts of you that have trouble letting go get caught in very complex thinking. Like, oh, but it's because I lost my job, or oh, it's because, I don't have a job, or it's because of this, or it's because of that. But letting go and healing is independent of the external stuff, right? So you may still not have a job, but it's still time to let go right now of the baggage, right? Because if you let go, it's going to help you to shift your vibration to a stronger, healthier place. And that's going to help you manifest what you need. So it's not like you wait until the world gets perfect and your life gets perfect and then you let go. So just try to, send these messages, these comforting letting go messages, to the subconscious or conscious parts of you that are like really complicated thinkers right now, and just say, hey, it's okay, really let go. Really let go, let go. Just lots of deep breaths. And many people, they confuse worry with love, and they worry extra about the people that they love. So you may, even if you think that consciously you're not that kind of person, there could be subconscious parts of you, that are that way. So just remind yourself, hey, it's okay to care about people, but it's time to let go anyway. Just let go of any sort of pain that you didn't release, let go of other people's pain, because you holding on to a copy of their pain does not help them in any way. Actually, it could hold them back. So just release the pain of others out of your grounding, release the pain of others out of your aura. Maybe you're carrying the pain of others like sort of like a big hard ball of energy around your tummy. Maybe you're carrying it like a big heavy weight around your shoulders and behind your neck. So just wherever you're carrying the pain of others, just use the gold light and wash it out. Maybe it's in the back of your grounding, maybe it's in the center of your grounding. Just release the pain of others. Just, even if consciously you think you're not taking it on, just go ahead. Tell yourself, I'm releasing the pain of others. And sure enough, there'll be some somewhere that you're releasing. especially in the back, I think, the back of your aura. It could be building up there even from past lives. I'm going to release the pain of others. I'm going to release the pain of others. You can even say, love and worry are different. It's okay to love, but I don't have to hold on to people's pain. I'm going to let go of the pain. It's okay to care, but I need to let go of the pain. Yay! That's nice. When I say that's nice, it's not like, oh, I'm so fabulous. It's that the archangels were helping me to like think of that and do it. So I'm thanking them, basically. Archangels Ariel and Jophiel. Okay, so indie grounding is really important, especially when the entire world is going through extra stress, but at other times too. So indie grounding is where you check the outer surface of your grounding to make sure that it's not branching off towards other people and their grounding, because then it won't work right. Because your grounding, you're supposed to be releasing, old stress and energy that you picked up from other people. But if your grounding is hooked into other people, then part of it just goes up to their space and they get all weighed down. So it's not a helpful thing to link to somebody else's grounding. So just imagine the outer surface of your grounding as it goes all the way down, like like a big red or orange or yellow waterfall. And imagine how it really is, though, not like the perfect version, And just it should be wide, if you need to recreate your grounding, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide as your whole aura, all the way down to the core of the earth. And then just check those outer surfaces and melt away any place where they are, the outer surface is connecting to anything else. So lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water, and just melt away any place where your grounding is attaching to others. And it could be that you were brought up that it's your obligation, like sort of a family thing where you're supposed to look after other people. And maybe when you were brought up, they didn't understand energy, and so they didn't understand that you're just screwing yourself and other people by linking up your grounding. So you could have actually been trained, to link up to the grounding, say, of your siblings or of your parents, whoever you were supposed to help. So you may have to just kind of remind yourself, hey, it's okay. I can help other people, but not this way. Just remind yourself, my grounding is going to work best when it's just for me. And, your family members, that's the same thing too. So, yeah, we'll refrain from teaching your entire family how to ground right now. We'll just move on. So that's indie grounding. So aura repair. So aura repair, you imagine a copy of your aura out in front of you. So like your two regular auras are, your astral body aura and your physical body aura. When you're present, when you're awake, if you're pretty present, those auras are in exactly the same place. So you just make a copy out in front of you of those auras, and you just imagine where the rips are, and you send gold light there to heal up the rips. If you're more advanced, if you're always strengthening your aura a lot, then you may not have rips. If that's the case, then there are other things that you could do right away. But first, I'm going to talk about, well, yeah, what you could do is look at the buffer zones that you have around you. Because if you're advanced, you're probably already using gold buffer zones. So if you're not, go ahead and recreate your gold buffer zones. Those are just, they're taught in this video called Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones. So if you search Jan Wright Gold Energy Aura Buffer Zones, it's an 18-minute video. You'll find it. But anyway, they're big gold buffers that you make with lots of gold light. And if you don't understand what they are and how to make them at the moment, for now, just say, angels, help me make gold buffers. Okay. So I'm just laughing because my newbies, some of them forgot. They all get taught that on the astral. Like if they're in the 92 people, they get a lot of prep in advance on the astral. But so that technically they're on a spirit level, they were already taught that, but they got all nervous and forgot. So they're like, I don't know how. And so, but then they had their angels do it and they're like, oh, that works so well. So anyway, so you can redo your buffers, and you can also sort of sense, though, the old buffers, where was the damage, and that gives you a clue as to what kind of interference you're receiving, or, you know, just how much it's been damaged since you last repaired. But anyway, let's do aura repair first. I'm like trying to teach two different groups of people. So just gold light and repair the rips in your aura. And if these are old rips, like if you haven't repaired your aura, say in a couple days or a couple years, that means that there could be a lot of sort of dirt, kind of, not technically dirt, but just energy, junky energy on the ripped part. So it just takes a little bit to kind of wash them off with gold light first, and then they're not dirty anymore. And so then the gold light permeates very nicely and the rips heal back. So redo your buffers if you didn't already, and then we did aura repair of the regular auras just now. Let's just be aware of, while we're still doing the regular auras, let's be aware of the blockages in your aura. Like maybe you have aura bruising, where it's just like hard areas of energy, rather than, like, say your 7th layer, ideally if your 7th chakra you have it purple, then ideally, you know, then what that does is that generates purple energy and it goes to your outermost layer of your aura, right? So so say you have that, but then you have these little bruised areas in your 7th layer, say in the back where you had damage before. You know, you had the rips, you healed the rips, but there's still some leftover bruising. So that might mean that, say, like 10 or 20% of that aura layer is blackened. You know, the rest of it's all purple, but then there's this sort of black, hard, crusty part, which I call aura bruising. So just comb through everywhere in your aura and look for bruising. Could be in the inner aura layers, just left over from some kind of punishment that you got. So just check everywhere for aura bruising, just like big plates of hard black energy. A lot of times the energy you need to remove from your energy field will be black or white. White is a very, very high vibration, too high. So it's often not going to be your energy. And then black is such a slow moving vibration, because, you know, the rainbow, it's like speed of vibration. It goes up: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and then gold, and then silver and white, they're too high. And then black is too slow moving. So that is like a lot of energy blocks. A lot of hard, you know, crusty energy tends to be a black color. Doesn't, I guess, really matter what color it is. It's just, I guess, FYI. So what are we doing? We're melting away aura bruising, just hard black areas in your aura. And also just unblocking the aura is a similar concept. Unblocking is you just, any hard parts, but they tend to be more localized, like little parts where you'll have energy blocks. Like say a lot of people have energy blocks around their hips, like right here, or their lower back right here in their aura. So you just unblock your aura. A lot of people have hardness, right in these inner layers under their feet. That's like a really nice and effective place to unblock that has a very nice ripple effect everywhere. So, as we think about, getting over 2020 and really just making sure we don't bring any burdens forward into the new year from 2020, unblock around, these inner layers, like 1, 2, 3 inner layers of your aura around your lower legs, around your knees, around your ankles, around your feet, especially underneath. Just that would be a good way to just make sure you're releasing a lot. You're not bringing, you're not holding on to the stuck energy. So again, what are we doing? We're unblocking the aura specifically around the lower legs, the knees, the ankles, the feet, and beneath the feet. So just showing you on the doll, AccuDoll. And you can use gold Sandstorm. To do this unblocking. And like I said, sometimes it's just a little more effective. So again, just remind those parts of you, hey, I don't need to take on pain from people I care about. Yes, I'm a caring, kind-hearted person, but taking on people's pain isn't helping anybody. So just, let go. It's okay to let go of pain from others. So what are we doing? We're unblocking the aura, especially around the lower legs and the feet and the knees and under the feet. Okay. So let's do vacuum boxes. So vacuum boxes are easy and effective, and they're temporary energy devices that you make that act like little vacuums, and they suck into the box any invasive beings that are around, and any other people whose energy is in your space, just little bits of their energy get sucked into the box, and then when the boxes are full, you have your angels recycle and deal with all the energy. So it goes away because your angels recycle the boxes and whatever's in them. So that's the idea. So, and you can make them very fast with your thought and your intention. You don't have to see them. And so let's make a whole bunch. I'll just read off and remind you the different places that you could put them, but you can really put them anywhere in your aura and your grounding, above you, around you. You can put them in your house if you want. Okay, so you just make a bunch of vacuum boxes just with your intention, a whole bunch. Put them in your grounding, everywhere in your grounding, at the bottom, at the top of your grounding, everywhere, and put them in front of all your chakras. And if it helps you to think of the quantity, like, oh, I'll make 10 in my grounding, 10 in front of my chakras, that's fine. It doesn't matter. A bunch or a certain quantity, that's fine. So in front of all your chakras, behind all your chakras, And some of my newbies are freaking out right now, like, Janet, I can't do this. Then just say, angels, help me do this. Angels, help me do this. That way your personal angels will hear that, and it's so easy for them to help you. And that way you're kind of learning, but they're also helping, so it's all good, right? So you're making vacuum boxes for behind your spine, where all your major chakras along your spine, right? So right behind all them, behind your spine, right in front of all your major chakras, in front of your spine. Make a bunch of vacuum boxes in front of your neck and your shoulders and your arms. Make a bunch of vacuum boxes. And then behind your neck and your shoulders and your arms, make a whole bunch of vacuum boxes. And then right above your head in your aura. And then above the top of your aura. And then also on your spiritual path. That's like a road that is just for you. And when you're moving forward on it, it's like you're making progress in your life. You feel like you have forward momentum, right? So you just imagine this path that's just for you, and just make a whole bunch of vacuum boxes ahead of you on your path and around you. And yeah, if you do want, you can make a bunch of vacuum boxes in your house. Just put them everywhere. But don't you go everywhere. Like, stay present and just, make vacuum boxes. Put some in your car. Put some in your pantry, in your closet. Wherever you want. Okay, and then you have one handy dandy remote to turn them all on. Chink! And you just turned on all your vacuum boxes. And again, if my newbies are freaking out, just say, angels, help me turn on my vacuum boxes. And then you just sit and relax, because the more you relax and let go, the more you won't be hanging on, but through resistance to other people's energy and these little invasive beings. So that way the vacuum boxes can work better. You can take a deep breath, think about it's okay to let go. And then you can make them so that they ring at the end when they're full. They make a little ding 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 sound. But they should be full by now. So just say, angels, can you please recycle my vacuum boxes? And that's very easy for your angels to do, and see all the different places you put them. You're not giving your angels too much work with that. They're glad that you're being assertive and getting rid of stuff. Oh, right. Good. So that was vacuum boxes. Good job. So now go ahead and feel the before and after of that. Maybe move around a little. Notice if anything feels different. If you're a newbie, a lot of what you're doing, you might not physically feel a difference, but it is still helping. I watch my newbies all the time, and they're all like, yeah, I don't feel any different, but they're like releasing so much. So it's just a newbie thing that you're not used to feeling the shift. But just keep the faith, keep doing it, because eventually you get a lot more present, and then you really do feel like pleasant effects in the moment as you are clearing. So anyway, go ahead, feel, comb through your aura, comb through your grounding, and see if that feels any different to you after the vacuum box work that you just did. So we've already done we've already repaired the regular auras, we've already done unblocking for the regular auras, we've done grounding work, unblocking and grounding, we've done indie grounding, we've done vacuum boxes. So let's repair the Wei Qi auras. Usually these days I'll just say, let's repair all 17 auras, which is your 2 regular auras, astral body aura, physical body aura, and then your 15 Wei Qi auras. So if you see, like on a video title, I'll just say repair 17 auras. That's what I mean. The regular auras and all these extra Wei Qi auras. And that's good. It helps with, if you repair them, it makes your regular auras a lot stronger. And it makes it less likely that you'll get like weird physical issues popping up everywhere, like tenderness around your tummy, or pain around your neck, or a headache or whatever. Like, the stronger and more repaired your Wei Qi auras are, the better. It's just, you're less, it's harder for you to get a lot of damage in a short amount of time. Like, I was reading, I check people as I'm preparing, you know, the days before the healing. And I noticed one guy who, right now I forget who it was, but it's one of the people that I was looking at. And it was like only in the last 2 days, but they got so much aura damage just from like the last 2 days. And they got so much aura damage that they got chakra damage even. And so it was like, wow, you know, just in 2 days. Which, and it wasn't even that the person was receiving so much punishment from somebody else. They were receiving punishment from somebody else, which is what caused the rips. But they just didn't have enough strength in their Wei Qi auras. Their Wei Qi auras weren't repaired enough. So it was like, you know, their auras were just way too permeable and they just got, you know, so destroyed so fast. So anyway, long story short, let's heal the Wei Qi auras. Let's repair Wei Qi auras. I'm writing things down because later there's going to be a healing summary in the comment section with timestamp links for all these little things we're doing. So now we are doing the repair of the Wei Qi auras, but we'll just say let's repair all 17 auras, even though we already did the 2 auras, the regular auras already. You can just, with your mind, get used to working all 17 at once. If you're present, all the auras are in the same place. So you just imagine a copy up in front of you of, you know, all 17 of your auras. And some of them are going to be ripped up and some of them are going to be nice and full, and that's fine. You know, you just send the gold light to any rips that are healthy and gentle to heal right now. And you can especially target any rips that are contributing to, you know, issues that are really annoying to you. Like, you know, maybe you have a tenderness around your stomach, or maybe you have, you know, a sore one side of your neck, or, you know, a headache or something. And just so your intention is you're for sure gonna heal the rips that are creating, you know, the issue that you currently have. But I think it's good to just, you know, do as much healing and repair as you can of these Wei Qi auras, you know, to the extent that's healthy to do at one time. Just because you can never have too much strength, you know. Always comes in handy. Because, you know, people get triggered and they throw energy. It's just a fact of life. So, you know, you don't have to get pissed off about it. It just happens all the time. Like so many people, you know, because even people that meditate, you know, can get triggered and, you know, be in denial and avoid things, and, you know, then they whack too, you know, so whatever. It is what it is. And the more you repair your Wei Qi auras, the more strong everything is, so then you don't get as much damage. You don't get as many rips when people throw energy. Because these Wei Qi auras are like, they have like little metallic specks of gold light in them floating all around. So they're sort of clear with metallic gold, sort of like a mist of, you know, your energy at gold in these Wei Qi auras. But you don't have to see any of that. Like I said, you know, vision for many people comes much later. And that's normal and fine. Just be aware of any rips in these 17 auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now, and just keep washing them out until they grow back. All right, so that repair work definitely would make you want to release a lot of energy. So check your grounding again. So imagine grounding, if it got narrow, definitely comb through it until it naturally widens out, or you can just remake it as nice and wide. If you're healing someone else, like say, you know, you're healing your child after you've healed yourself, it's probably better on a spirit level that you just, you know, encourage your child to make a new grounding. Just on a spirit level, be like, oh yeah, why don't you make a new connection to the grounding, make it nice and wide, you know, so then they do it on a spirit level rather than you're creating something in their space. that's a little too invasive. Even if it's like your 1-year-old child, you don't want to start that precedent that you're creating stuff that stays in their space, even if they're 1. And on a spirit level, they're smart enough to, be able to recreate their grounding. So anyway, so comb through your grounding, and especially the back. Make sure it releases well all the way down and in the center. And again, this is a healing about getting over 2020, right? So comb through your whole space. There could be little pockets of energy, like say in front of your tummy, that just have not released yet. And so gold sandstorm right there, gold water, gold tsunami, gold fire, whatever it's going to take to help you release that stuff. Or behind your back, around your neck and your shoulders, you could be holding on to stuff, pressure, stress from 2020. So just let that release. And again, you can use this video, when it's later as a video, saved as a video, you can use it, at any time, because you're just releasing from the past, so it could be from the past week, the past day, the past couple hours. It's still very usable. All right, so that was repairing your Wei Qi auras, your 15 Wei Qi auras, but really we did all 17 at once. So I mentioned a little bit at the first part when we started. I said, well, you can especially heal auras, repair rips in your Wei Qi auras that are causing physical issues. But let's just explicitly do that a little more. So go ahead and find a rip in your Wei Qi aura that is contributing to a physical issue that you have. And you don't have to know what it is, just find the rip and repair it. And you can, if you feel like there's some cloudy weirdness around it, just say, angels, if there are any beings or being tunnels in this area, just recycle them for me. And again, if you were, not quite paying attention when I just said that, we're finding a part of your Wei Qi aura that is contributing to a physical issue of yours, and that's good to repair right now. And just before you get too much into repairing it, just, there could be little invasive beings in the way. And of course, you are a giant, mighty being, so there's no need to be afraid of these little things, but they can get in the way. So you just say, angels, can you please recycle any beings or being tunnels, little passageways, that are in this area. And so you don't have to see anything. Your angels hear your thoughts, so it's easy peasy. So you just chill out while your angels do a little cleanup for you. And then go ahead and imagine that rip that is contributing to a physical issue of yours in your Wei Qi auras. And just use gold light and be patient, because this rip could be from a past life even. For your Wei Qi auras, the rips can be very old. And I just use lots of gold light until it starts growing back, and keep using it until you feel like the rip is fully repaired and that part of the aura is nice and poofy and whole, complete. Okay, and you can do that as much as you want, whenever you want, because your intention is that you're doing what's healthy and gentle to do. I'm gonna try to fix my camera. There we go. My camera doesn't like that I move my hands so much. And now let's repair a part of your Wei Qi aura, Wei Qi auras, these 15 Wei Qi auras. Repair a part of the aura of these Wei Qi auras that will help you with productivity. So just find one part of your aura, of these Wei Qi auras, that you just get a sense of like, okay, over here is getting in the way of my productivity. And so again, you can say, angels, can you recycle any beings or being tunnels in this area? And then just use lots of gold light and repair that part of your aura. There could be hard objects, hard energy objects in that area, so you can hand those to your angels. If there are any hard energy objects there, just say, angels, here you go. And then maybe that could help the repair faster. And it's possible to have no rip, but still have a hard energy object stuck there. So let's do more of that. Find a hard energy object somewhere in your 17 auras. So you don't have to, it doesn't have to be just Wei Qi auras. Anywhere in your 17 auras, find a hard energy object that is messing with your productivity. And then just imagine it. And then just surround it in lots of gold light and hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just comb through that area. And we didn't really do vacuum boxes for all your Wei Qi auras, so let's just have fun with that. So just imagine all 17 of your auras and your grounding, and then just put vacuum boxes everywhere. All around your 17 Wei Qi auras, above them, around them, in them, blah, 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 blah. A whole bunch of vacuum boxes. Vacuum box party. And then go ahead and turn them all on at once. And if you think you messed that up, say, angels, help me put vacuum boxes everywhere. Turn them on and just relax. Think about letting go. And then when they're full, say, angels, can you please recycle all those vacuum boxes? Okay, good job. So you can comb through all those 17 auras, lots of gold light. And comb through your grounding. The grounding is more just of your regular auras. I think your Wei Qi auras can be grounded. I just don't think it's as big a deal as grounding your regular auras. Astral and physical body auras. But anyway, you're just combing through your grounding. All right, good job. So that was repairing your 17 auras, mostly just the Wei Qi auras because we had already done the regular auras. And then especially repairing issues relating to physical issues, areas of your Wei Qi auras that relate to physical issues, and areas of your Wei Qi auras that relate to productivity issues you may have. All right, so now let's do chakra repair. And if you take good care of your aura regularly, you may not need chakra repair, but where at the same time as the repair, we're also going to be doing unblocking, which everybody needs all the time. Like you can always do more unblocking, and melting cords. So that's all good. And not only that, we're doing all major and minor chakras right now. We're about to do repair on all major and minor chakras. So the minor chakras include like Kundalini chakra beneath your first chakra, chakra 4.5 right there in that funny spot, you know. And then all these acupuncture chakras everywhere in your body. So there's so many of those. Some of those might actually need repair and you didn't know it, you know. So we're just gonna do them all at once. So make a big tub of gold water, like gold universal healing energy, but you know, splashy like water. Just make a big wide tub of that. And you could just splash around in it for fun and heal your hands, and let your hands get a rest in the water. And you can splash the water on yourself and just enjoy that. Give yourself a little gold energy facial. And if you need more gold light in it, just fill it up again. Fill up your gold tub. You splashed it all out. And then just, we're gonna make 2 composite copies. One is, you know, like an open cylinder, and so there's a cylinder with 2 round openings, and that represents all your major and minor chakras of your body and spirit. So just dunk that in the gold light, all your major and minor chakras, just let that soak there for a sec. And then let's go ahead and jump ahead and make the second composite copy, which is of all your energy channels of your body and spirit. So energy channels, like, you know, pathways of energy, right? So like down your arms, natural energy pathway, down your shoulders, you know, your neck, shoulders, and arm. It's a natural energy pathway. Up your legs have several energy pathways, but there's big ones that bring up earth energy. Up and down your spine is an energy pathway, but then all these traditional Chinese medicine meridians, energy meridians in your body, those are energy pathways as well. So this composite copy represents all your energy channels of your body and spirit. So you can just imagine it kind of like a tube. You know, obviously you want flow in that tube because it's an energy channel. It's supposed to flow, right? Energy is supposed to flow through your energy channels. So, but just make a composite copy of how your energy channels really are right now, and dunk that in the gold light. Get that all unblocking and repairing in the gold light. And then we'll just leave that there, the energy channel composite copy, leave it in the gold light. And let's work a little more with the chakra one right now. So just use gold light extra, and let the gold light repair. Gold light from your hands, let that repair. And if you're missing any pieces, you can have little chips around the round openings, little pieces missing. So just use extra gold light to repair those. You can have cracks in the chakras. So just use gold light and repair that. You can have gashes that shouldn't be there in the cylinder part. Like, say if this is a cylinder, this is a round opening. You could have gashes right here. You could have cracks. You could have little chips missing. So just do lots of repair. And sometimes it doesn't repair right just because there could be beings, actually, little invasive beings. Of course, you're the giant one, so don't be afraid. But you can have little ones, kind of like, they look like maybe mud or something caked on, or like little fuzz, you know, like lint. But just pull it all off, you know, just like, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. You know, do it again. Angels, here you go. Or you can turn all the little invasive beings, if there are any, into being ice cubes, you know, and pluck off the ice cubes. Angels, here you go. You know, and just say, angels, if there are any beings or being tunnels in any of my major and minor chakras, go ahead, please recycle them. Any beings or being tunnels. So again, if you spaced out, you'd like, what did she just do? We just ask your angels. So say, angels, can you please recycle any beings or being tunnels in all my chakras, major and minor chakras. Okay, so now just unblock a little more. You can just imagine any clogs in there. Oh yeah, we can use gold bottle brush to unblock. So just imagine like a bottle brush that you might use to clean something out, you know, just make one out of gold universal healing energy and use it to unblock inside this composite copy. So it's going to unblock to the extent that's healthy and gentle, and when it gets all gross and dirty, just give it to your angels and then make a whole new one. And just again unblock from the other end and say, angels, here you go, and make a new one, unblock from the other end, clean it out. Angels, here you go, and maybe scour around the outside with your bottle brush. And angels, here you go. So now do a little extra repair without all the, whatever caked on energy or invasive beings in the way. It could be some extra repair that's possible. And it probably already happened since we were doing so much there, but you can explicitly just check for any energy cords that are going into your chakras from other people or beings, I guess. So little lines of light. And the only one that you want to stay is if you have a young child, and like young meaning 13 or younger, maybe 14 or younger, then you would keep a first chakra cord, only first chakra cord between you and your young child. So if you're in that situation, you're a parent of a young child, just keep that one cord just with your intention, but melt all the others. Because especially because you need to be at your best, right? Because your first chakra is working for you and your kids a little bit, with that cord. So you really gotta, you can't put up with drama from your neighbor or your coworker or your spouse or anybody. You gotta keep your chakras, in good shape, right? So everybody else, there's no helpful reason to have cords of the chakras to other people. So just melt all those cords. The cords could be going into the round openings. They could be going into little gashes or scratches or damaged places on the sides of the chakras. So just melt any cords. And, in the past, I have had first chakra cords to my pets before, but I think in general, it probably doesn't help them because you're so much more giant than they are. It can like overload their system and make them a little bit clingy to you, a little overly clingy. So you can melt all the cords to your pets. It probably help them out. So there you go. So you can just leave that soaking in the gold light, and then let's do some work with your energy channels. So gold bottle brush to explicitly unblock the energy channels. Give that to your angels. Once it's all dirty, make a new bottle brush, unblock it from the other end, get that bottle brush in there to unclog your energy channels to the extent that's healthy and gentle. Say, angels, here you go. Give them the bottle brush that's dirty. And just repair. Your energy channels can have like little leaks in them, little holes. So just repair that. Just let the gold light clean out the leaky holes, and so they grow back and mend themselves up. There could be just big rips in the energy channel, so just use gold light and let those repair. And you could have beings in the way, even being tunnels going in. And again, you're the giant one, so this is just a little house cleaning you have to do. So just say, angels, can you please recycle any beings or being tunnels that are here messing with my energy channels? And again, that was just, angels, can you please recycle any beings or being tunnels around my energy channels? And then just finish up unblocking, melting cords away. Because even if you have a young kid, there's no reason for anybody to be cording your energy channels. You're going to be a lot healthier without that. So just melt all the cords. And then with energy channels, there naturally would be a protective force field around the energy channel. And so you can just imagine like a sort of a protective force field around the energy channel, and it could be ripped up. This is a composite copy. It represents all your energy channels. So there could be little rips representing rips in various protective force fields. So just repair the space around this composite copy of your energy channels. Just repair, just run gold light around the outside to repair the protective force field around your energy channels. All right, good job. So now you can just get rid of all that. Just blow it up. Or give it to your angels if you don't like blowing things up. All right, good job. So that was a lot. That was using composite copy technique where, you know, one object represents many things. And we did that to repair all your major and minor chakras of your body and spirit, and unblock with gold bottle brush, and melt energy cores. And then the same thing for energy channels, all the energy channels of your body and spirit, repair, unblocking, and repairing that protective force field around the energy channels. So that helps. Bottom line, that was good and it helps. So good job. So now we're just going to check. Just feel everywhere, you know, just copy of your aura, copy of your grounding, comb through the area where your spine is, because that's where your major chakras are. So just comb through there, see how that feels to you. Your 7 major chakras. You have 7 for your physical body and 7 for your astral body. Your astral body is really you, you know, it's a part of your eternal spirit. But anyway, you have 2 sets of 7 chakras, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the top of your head is where the 7th is. So I have videos that explain that in a lot of detail. If you did want to know, like there's a playlist, a 3-video playlist, which would be linked below later in the comment section. It's called, the playlist is called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow. And I think all told, it's like 22 minutes if you just watch the whole playlist. And it's like, it explains all the chakras and how energy flows, and it's cool. So anyway, just comb through, see how things are, check yourself out. Combing through your auras, you can redo your gold buffers again, just make new ones. Lots of gold light through your aura, through your major chakras. Just be aware of the back of all your chakras. Like your 7th chakra, it's oriented differently, so energy flows out the top. It goes in the bottom of it and flows out the top. But these 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, those chakras, energy flows in the front and out the back. So just be aware of the back of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it would look like round, you know, openings. And you want those round openings to be nice and flowing and unblocked. So there's a lot of energy flowing out of them, especially the lower chakras, because people tend to be less present. So their spirit might be in, say, down through here, but not in the back of these ones. So just especially all the backs of all of the chakras, but especially down here, just make sure there's nice flow coming out the back of these chakras. And just use gold light to unblock them if there's not. So part of, too, what helps everyone be at their best is, I mean, we did the internal strengthening, right? We did the Wei Qi aura repairs, so that makes you strong. We did the regular aura repair, that helps also make you strong. But it is nice to do a little bit of like, offensive work, I would say maybe, but it's only for the invasive beings that are trying to mess with you, like not with people. You don't do offensive work with people. There's ways of handling it in a really kind, karmically cool way. But with beings, invasive beings, there's really no good point for them. I mean, they're just a nuisance, and so the angels can recycle them. So you kind of imagine a mini version of you. This is what I call blitzing beings, where you get rid of blitzing beings. So blitzing beings is just my fun way of saying any being that's outside of your space, trying to hook in or throw energy, you know, send like a constant stream of annoying focused energy at you. Trying to break down your energy field. So you just imagine, here's your aura, here's your grounding, and just whatever's out there, you know, just focusing in on you and being annoying around your grounding maybe, or around your aura. It could be like 20 feet away from you. And just stay here and just say, angels, can you recycle all these blitzing beings? And if you want, you can, you know, if you're more advanced intuitively, you just get a sense of like how many there are. And that's kind of cool too. But you can ask your angels to recycle them all. And then you just chill out while your angels do that. So that's asking your angels to recycle blitzing beings. So just because sometimes, I mean, the angels know how to do that. They're good at it, but sometimes you might be resisting a little too much, so they couldn't recycle all of them. So then just check again. You can do it like 3 times at least to just double check, make sure they're all gone. But so there's your aura, there's your grounding, and just think, oh, there's still any left over. And be like, oh yeah, maybe there are a few. So then just point them out to your angels and say, okay, you recycle all those beings. And if you can't see, you can't imagine, you're like, Janet, what the heck, are you seriously asking me to do this? You can just make the same request again. Angels, please recycle any blitzing beings. And just think about breathing deeply. Think about being present, wiggle your toes, that kind of thing. That's fine. You don't have to, be intuitively aware of these beings if you're not. It's okay. It still works. So if you're very present and then the effect that would have is it can feel just like the stress of your day just went down a couple notches. Like, oh, wow, But again, if you're a newbie, it still really helped you what you just did, but you may not feel like 100 pounds just got off your shoulders. You might not feel any different, but it's okay. It's just that you're not in your physical form enough to feel the shifts. But that's okay. You're still helping yourself, right? So one more time, just be aware of, the mini version of you, your aura, and your grounding. And then be aware of if there are still any blitzing beings just messing with you, sending energy in or trying to hook in somewhere. And just say, angels, can you please recycle all those blitzing beings? And if you're more intuitive, you can just, sort of get an intuitive sense and count them for fun, just with your intuition. All right, good job. So what was that? I just called that blitzing beings, having the angels recycle blitzing beings. So now you can just feel, you comb through your aura and your grounding and your chakras along your spine and just see if that feels any different to you. And redo your buffers, your gold buffer zones. Because the blitzing beings, sending energy, that kind of wears down the buffers. So now you make nice new ones that are all full of flowing gold healing energy. So that was blitzing beings. Having your angels recycle blitzing beings. So now, I've always liked the technique sticky gold wax. It's just fun. But recently, I think it was just in the last healings that we did the triplet set, the December 2020 triplet set, we did gold wax in new areas and it was even more fun. So you can do sticky gold wax around the chakras, and we'll do that now because even though you unblocked with earlier when we did the repair work, we unblocked with gold bottle brush as part of the chakra repair with the gold tub and everything. We did gold bottle brushes. But still, with sticky gold wax, you'll be able to clear more. And plus, without the blitzing beings bothering you, you're like more capable. So you'll still be able to unblock to a deeper level now afterwards. So we'll do sticky gold wax for your chakras, and then we'll do it for your creative rings above your head, 3 gold rings. And then that's new to do sticky gold wax there, relatively new. And then in your good karma windows back here behind your neck and head, we'll do sticky gold wax there too. So those 2 things, sticky gold wax for creative rings and good karma windows. That's what we started doing earlier this month. So super fun. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so you just imagine your major chakras out in front of you. So you can imagine like your seventh astral inside your seventh physical chakra, because when you're present, all your astral chakras fit in your physical chakras if you're fully present. Most of you are not fully present, so maybe you're in 7 through 2 or 7 through 3. So like some of them are next to each other; they're not like fully fitted in, but you don't have to worry about that. You can just imagine, 7 and 7. I mean, you can unblock them separately fully, like just do physical and then just do astral. But I feel like, nah, why not? Why not just combine them? So you have your astral 7 and your physical 7 chakras, and then just slather them all with lots of gold sticky wax. And the sticky gold wax you just make, right? And you just put it all around so that it's just like a big gold wax block now. Like it's just gold, so it doesn't really block you up. But what it's going to do is it's going to stick to the energy blocks that you need to release, the cords, the blocks, maybe some invasive beings that are in the way, people's energy. And so all that sticky wax, now you just like split the wax, not the chakras, split the wax, right? So it's like in 2 big pieces. And you can just do it fast or slow if you want the removal of the wax. But I'm going to do it fast right now. So you just give that to your angels. That was half the gold wax, right? And then you do the other half. And give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So that was unblocking your chakras, your major chakras, with sticky gold wax. So let's do that one more time. So just imagine your 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just lots of sticky gold wax. And this is astral and physical. So astral 7 chakras and physical 7 chakras. All these major chakras are just surrounded with lots of sticky gold wax. And then split the wax, not the chakras, right? So it's just in 2 big pieces. And then whoosh, here you go, angels. Whoosh, here you go, angels. And just let your chakras kind of relax after that. All right, good job. Comb through your grounding, because that's going to make you want to release more. So make sure your grounding is nice and unblocked, nice and wide and unblocked. All right, so that was sticky gold wax for your chakras, and that is a little 5-minute video too. You just search Janet Wright sticky gold wax and the number 7, and you'll find it. But anyway, so now let's do sticky gold wax for your creative rings and then for your good karma windows. So creative rings, you as a spirit, you have 3 gold rings above your head, 1, 2, 3. And so you just imagine a copy of them out in front of you. And so 1, 2, 3, your copy of your 3 gold creative rings, and then just use a lot of gold wax and just surround them. So it turns into like a big block of gold wax. And so there's gold wax inside, around, all the little nooks and crannies. And then just split the wax, not your creative rings. And then just, you're gonna, with this, sometimes I like getting rid of both parts all at once. So your rings stay in place, but the wax and all the energy blocks and people's energy and, random beings, they're stuck in the wax, right? So you take off the wax and give it to your angels. So I like, splitting the wax and just going, and just giving blocks of wax to your angels. Angels, here you go. So, and you can repair my 92 people I'm healing did not need chakra creative ring repair, because they got a lot of prep, really for like, they could opt in to up to 5 nights of prep with angels. That was special prep for these healings. So even the people who, have never gotten a healing in their life, their creative rings were totally repaired before this healing, which is why I didn't start with repair. But anyway, let's do creative ring repair, because later as a video someone might need it, and other people watching that are not getting this healing, they might need it. So you just imagine, like with repair, it's like, well, maybe there's a crack in one of the rings, or maybe they're just busted open, and so just keep using gold light. And you just imagine, you don't have to see energy, but just use enough gold light so that if there are cracks or breaks, that they grow back together. All right, so that is creative ring repair, and there is a little video on that too, another little 5-minute video. It's mostly creative ring healing and unblocking, that one, but it's a 5-minute walkthrough, and the gold light would repair at the same time. So that exists if you want that little creative ring repair 5-minute video. But okay, so now let's do more gold wax one more time around the creative rings because it's so fun. So and creative rings are really important. They help you, they generate extra energy that can pep up all your chakras and particularly enhance your 7th chakra, help you to have more focus, more just clarity of thought, and they're cool. So anyway, okay, so copy of your creative rings, right? 3 gold rings above your head, make a copy of that out in front of you, and then surround them in lots of gold wax. So it becomes like this big block of gold wax, and the gold wax is everywhere. So it's attached to all the stuff you need to release. So the energy blocks, the other beings, the other people. And then just split the wax, not the rings, right? And you can take them off one at a time, but I'm just in the mood to do it real fast. So that's like, angels, here you go. So that leaves the creative rings in place, but you just got rid of, you just like popped off everything that needed to go and give it to your angels. And then just comb through all your chakras. You can have a little hard buildup in front of all the chakras directly and behind all the chakras directly. So like a little strip. I think I called that chakra oppression residue, and it just kind of squeezes out as you get more present. It can just sort of ooze out and harden up. So just right now, just do extra gold light to break that up and melt it away. Any chakra oppression residue that you might have there, because when you get rid of all that, it helps all the chakras absorb then the new level of creative ring energy coming down, and so you get this really nice peppy effect. It's not like Kundalini that would keep you up at night. It's just the kind of energy that would help you to get stuff done. So again, we're just melting away chakra oppression residue that can be directly in front of or directly behind all the chakras or above your 7th. So you can use gold sandstorm to just break that up. All right, so what did we do? We did sticky gold wax for your creative rings, and we melted chakra oppression residue. All right, so then last sticky gold wax fun that we're gonna have today is for your good karma windows. And those are very cool. They're behind you, behind like the base of your skull and your 5th chakra, and they're one in each aura layer, and they're just naturally there. They help you with boundaries, having strong boundaries, particularly with invasive beings, also with people. And so they help all your upper chakras work a lot better. Like when they're nice and strong and repaired, then they only let in good karma energy from the universe and a very gentle, slight amount of like energy from the moon and the stars, just a little bit like an uplifting, like as if you're looking at the starry sky at night and you're like, oh, life is good, it's like that kind of vibe. So it just, when they're fully repaired and nice and unblocked, that's all they let in, and then they're just very strong and they keep out stuff you don't want. So they're good. So first let's repair those. Everybody, let's see. Yeah, everybody getting this healing, the 92 people, even the people that were really, really, really messed up, they did get their good karma windows already repaired. But for the sake of the other people, and then maybe if you're listening, a week later as a video, so you can just repair your good karma windows with gold light. So they're like little triple frame windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one in each aura layer. And they would naturally be the color of that aura layer. So if you use the rainbow system for your chakras, red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple, then they would be those colors: red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, purple. But they could have like junk around them, so they don't look those colors. So you just use gold light and melt the junk. That's sort of the summary of this entire healing. Use gold light and melt the junk. It's a summary for any healing. So just, and two, you can just say, angels, can you help me repair back here? You know, and they'll fix it all up with you. Usually angels prefer that you meet them halfway, you know, so you try to, rather than just being like, angels, fix everything. You know, a lot of times they'll be like, seriously, you're not gonna do it yourself? You know, so if you're doing it too, then they love that. They'll totally pitch in. So. And then for unblocking, okay, so now we did repair, so now for unblocking, we'll do the sticky gold wax. So just lots of gold wax all around the window area, and the gold wax gets in between them and everything. And lots of gold wax against the base of the back of your neck, the back of your shoulders, the back of your head, all the back of your head. So sticky gold wax the whole area. Right? Okay, so now split the gold wax, but not the windows. All right, just take half of it off. Give it to your angels. You can make a tearing sound if you want. Take the other half off. Give it to your angels. And then just comb through that whole area, and we'll do that again. We'll do more wax. Okay, so sticky gold wax along the head and the shoulders and the neck, top of the head, all that good stuff. And then on the good karma windows all around them, sticky gold wax all around them. And then divide the wax, but not the windows. And then whoosh, give half of it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And then we're going to pull off the other half, give it to your angels. Whoosh, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. All right, good job, good job, good job. So what was that? We used sticky gold wax for back of shoulders, back of head, and good karma windows for unblocking. Oh, right. So Archangel Ariel is gonna walk us through some stuff now and talk. And when I relay messages from these archangels, I don't channel. Like, I don't actually recommend that anyone channel. I mean, you know, it's a free world, so whatever you want to do. But I don't recommend channeling. Channeling is where you create chords and you allow something else that's not you into your physical body, and they talk for you or they write for you or whatever. The problem with that is you may not have perfect discernment one day, and you may let in something that is not as benevolent as it seems, and therefore they kind of save little backdoor ways to get in and out, and you become less and less and less present. Plus, even if you are bringing in, say, an archangel or something, it is taxing on your physical body. I mean, you're taxing enough on your physical body, but then to bring in an archangel, it's a little overly taxing. So it's just not necessary, in my opinion. Telepathy is a natural ability that everyone has. You can just work on it and work on it until it's really, really good and accurate. You know, you're still human, you can still make mistakes, but, you know, so telepathy, nonverbal communication, that's throat chakra, fifth chakra, also 4.5, that little chakra right there, that helps a lot with it. And your whole fifth layer of your aura and your telepathic mesh, which is a part of your fifth layer of your aura. So I do have a video that I don't think it goes over 4.5, but it goes over the fifth chakra, fifth layer, telepathic mesh, clearing all that good stuff. So that you would find that if you search Janet Wright, fifth chakra, fifth layer, healing. I'm outside in that video. But anyway, so long story short, I'm not channeling, I'm just listening, using nonverbal communication, clairaudience, telepathy, whatever word you want to use for it. And everyone has this ability. So the more present you get, the more you unblock yourself, you can hear your own personal angels. You could hear an archangel. Just get really, really present though, because it's easy to, you know, have accuracy issues. So, but it's an ability everyone has. Okay, long story short. So Archangel Ariel, hello, hello. Thank you, Janet, for that explanation. It was a little lengthy, but that's okay. So now we're going to wrap up somewhat soon. So we're going to do a lot in a short period of time. So it's kind of like a nice speed round, a nice theme related speed round. We have done this whole healing. We've done extra unblocking, extra releasing, having to do with just unburdening you from whatever you took on from 2020. So we've done that as we weaved it into all the fundamental work. So that's sort of half of it. Half of the theme related work we've already done, even though it seemed like we weren't doing a lot of theme related work. We were working it in with our fundamentals, with our aura unblocking and our repairing, etc. But now this is all sort of specific, very overtly theme related, getting over 2020 and getting excited for 2021. So timeline healing, let's start with that. So timeline healing is easy. Janet has other timeline healing videos. You just search Janet Wright timeline healing and you'll find a bunch of options. Usually Janet has used timeline healing to help people clear baggage from past lives. But it can be used in all sorts of interesting ways. And so you just imagine, you know, first be grounded, you know, just recreate your grounding, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide, going all the way down to the core of the earth. And comb through it to make sure that it is as wide in the back as you think it should be. So use your hands and comb through the back of your grounding, and just, you can use gold sandstorm and just clear everything out of the back of your grounding so that it flows downward properly all the way down. Okay, and then you imagine a timeline out in front of you. So that's just a line, and the right hand side of the line, you can make that be now, and then anything to the left of that is before now. And in this context, we're doing it for 2020. Just what kind of baggage do you have that's uncleared from earlier parts of 2020? So you can just imagine piles of baggage, either from just yesterday. Maybe you had a big day yesterday, so it could be right near the now part at the right hand side, or it could be baggage earlier on in the line, like say January, you took on a lot of baggage, or March or August, when it finally dawned on you that you're not going to be able to do half of the things you thought you were going to do this summer. You know, just look for the piles of baggage, or just imagine them if you can't see. And then just, you can bring up red earth energy and soak all those piles of baggage with red earth energy. And then gold fire, gold water, gold sandstorm, whatever you want, to melt these piles of baggage. And again, if you can't see, that's fine. If you prefer a timeline that goes right to left or left to right or up to down, it doesn't matter, it all works. And if you don't like the timeline, if that's too complicated, you could just imagine the piles of the past baggage. The interesting aspect of the timeline is then you can see, oh, that's interesting, I didn't realize I got so stuck in June. Oh yeah, okay, that's why. You know, or maybe some of these piles are baggage that was dumped onto you by other people, and so someone near you got stuck in June. So, you know, it doesn't matter. The point is to melt it all and clear it all. So let's do that again. You can make a big brand new timeline, again, that represents 2020. And you can have space before that on the timeline for, you know, all the other previous years of your life, and just any baggage that's really good to release right now, just imagine them as piles on your timeline. And then bring up the red earth energy to soak the piles with the red earth energy from the center of the earth. And that just helps you to start separating from these piles so they'll clear easily. And then just gold light, gold fire, gold water, gold tsunami, gold sandstorm, whatever you want, to get rid of these piles. You can also blow up the piles if you're doing this healing for yourself. Just blow up the piles if that's fun for you, whatever it takes to melt them so they're gone. And if you have any part of the pile that's not quite clearing, you can say, angels, can you help me clear that? Or you could ask me, Archangel Ariel, to clean it. You could just say, Archangel Ariel, can you help me clear these piles? Okay, so now let's use the timeline in the way that Janet more typically does it in these timeline videos of hers, is present and past lives. So again, on the right-hand side, if that works for you, the extreme right-hand side of your timeline is now, and then near it is this life, and more to the left-hand side is all your past lives. And don't worry about how many there are, just see a timeline, and there's now, and there's recent past, and past. And just imagine whatever baggage that you're meant to release right now in order to have a even better 2021. Okay, so just see any baggage that you should clear right now to help your next year be better, right? And just imagine this baggage and bring up red earth energy to melt the piles. Red earth energy to ground the piles, help you to be separate from the piles, and then gold light to help you melt the piles. Gold fire, gold water, gold sandstorm, gold tsunami, or blow that up. And if you have any leftovers that aren't clearing, you say, Archangel Ariel, please help me to clear these piles. Okay, and so now we just want to make sure that, as we talk about 2021, that your energy doesn't go into the future, because the idea is the more you're here and present now, the more capable you are in manifesting a more optimal future for yourself. So the more that you're here in the present moment, the better your future is. Most people get that wrong, and they sort of hover in the future. They send little bits of their energy into the future. They're thinking that they can somehow control what next summer is going to be or what next year is going to be by spreading their life force all around. But that just makes them less safe and less present and more vulnerable to the energy of other people. So the idea is you be here and now, and the more of you that's here and now, the more powerful and capable you are, the more compassionate you are, the more your abilities work. Okay, so we're just gonna, this time, we're gonna use the timeline for that purpose, to make sure that you're not scattered in the past or in the future, that you're here now. So you can make a new timeline, and just the center of it, the center of the timeline, we can make now. Right? So that then you can see the future and see the past and see your energy. You're just looking for your energy. Are you scattered in the future? Are you scattered in the past? And if you are, it's okay. Forgive yourself, but it's just information, and you can undo that. Just lots of gold light, and just, melt away. Well, you're not really melting away, but just heal these parts of you that are scattered in the past and scattered in the future. Because as you heal these parts of you, you won't be stuck anymore, and so then you'll automatically come to the present. People hover in the past or in the future because they're stuck. So if you help these parts of you to be unstuck by combing through them with gold light, then these parts of you naturally come into the present. Your physical body is always in the present, so these parts of you will, be in and around your physical body now. So there'll be more of you here, and therefore you'll be safer, and it'll be easier for you to get things done, easier for you to sleep well, etc. So again, we have a timeline where now you're in the present, and that's the center of the timeline, and then you just look for scattered parts of your energy in the past or in the future, look again, and then just run gold light through these scattered parts of you in the past and in the future. And you can also say angels. And in this one, I would say have your personal angels help you with it more than just asking me, Archangel Ariel. Just say, angels, can you please help me heal these parts of me that are stuck in the past or stuck in the future? So angels, can you please help me heal these parts of me that are stuck in the past or stuck in the future? The reason I suggest that you ask your personal angels to do that with you is because your personal angels are always with you throughout your lifetime, this lifetime, and they're specifically chosen to be ideal for you, to assist you in this life. And they have this long-term assignment with you for the whole life. So it makes more sense that you're working with them on this. So breathe, wiggle your toes, stay here. You can comb through your aura, your chakras, and your grounding as this happens, and just be aware of this energy of yours that's coming back. And it's coming back healed and refreshed too. It's not still stuck. All right, so what that was is timeline healing used a few ways, just to clear past baggage, and also to be in the present moment. So then now let's do Avoidance Librarian, the quickest version ever that Janet usually is not very quick with. So this is still Archangel Ariel. And so what you do is you imagine this part of you, and we'll call it your Avoidance Librarian part of you, and everyone has a bunch of these parts, but we'll just do one for now. So imagine a part of you, your Avoidance Librarian, and this part of you is kind of misguided and thinks that you should put off stuff. Rather than clear it, you should just hide it and store it away. So there is baggage that you have that this Avoidance Librarian has neatly cataloged so that it's all repressed. The problem is a year like 2020 is so unpredictable and so tumultuous for many people, and so it triggers a lot that you would have rather didn't get triggered. So the best, healthiest solution to that is just to clear all the stuff that you've been avoiding clearing, right? So you just imagine this Avoidance Librarian part of you, and you give that part of you a healing. So just imagine her or him, you know, however gender you identify, imagine your Avoidance Librarian and give her a healing, or him a healing. And just lots of gold light, and just heal this part of you. And the more you heal this part of you, the more this part of you dissolves and becomes no longer stuck and avoidant. And that helps you to stop repressing, stop trying to repress. Because that's the thing, in 2020, it probably didn't work. The repression didn't work. So then you're like fighting being triggered, and you're fighting having all this stuff unrepressed. So if there's a lot of leftover baggage that's still there, that didn't clear just now, just imagine all this baggage of yours that's really inconvenient, that hasn't cleared yet. And just this, you can say, if you want, Archangel Ariel, can you help me clear it? You can also just lots of red earth energy, gold light, gold fire, gold water, gold sandstorm. So you can work on clearing it too. And you can, of course, ask your personal angels. Angels, can you help me clear this? And sometimes we do have invasive beings that are in the way that might be a little triggered, that you are becoming less triggered. So if you have any beings that are in the way, just imagine your angels all in a row. Angels are very respectful. Those aren't what we're talking about. So you imagine a row out in front of you of your angels. Angels are divine altruistic spirits that were matched up with you in heaven before your life started. But then imagine just a whole crowd of these invasive beings that don't want you to get whole and centered and peaceful. Just imagine them like a riffraff. This is the riffraff. This is the, you know, the invasive beings that are not, have your best interests at heart. And just imagine a big crowd of them and just say, angels, can you please recycle all these beings? And for those of you that have a lot of inner conflict, like negative self-talk, you tend to take one step forward and 4 steps backwards a lot. This is an exercise you can repeat often. Just remind yourself, okay, I'm imagining my angels, and then I'm imagining everything that's not an angel that is affecting me, and just get those recycled. Angels, can you please recycle all these beings? Okay, good. So now we're going to do call back, bring in. So call back is just you call back energy that maybe you left somewhere or someone took from you. So you just imagine a 3D gold object, and it could be a square, a sphere, whatever, a pyramid, whatever floats your boat, and a cube, and just make it gold and make it like a magnet. And it's just going to call back your unique life force wherever it is. And just let it expand as it calls back energy, so you know how much it's bringing back. And then you can say, angels, can you clean off this energy? Because the gold, the fact that the object is gold cleans it off for the most part, but it's always nice to do that extra, have your angels clean it off. And then go ahead and receive that energy back. And you can do that, of course, multiple times. You can do that every day, whatever you want, particularly if you're used to, if you may be kind of an overgiver. You may be codependent. You may be giving away your energy a lot. So you can do that as much as you want, calling back your energy. So then bring in is complementary, not the same thing. You imagine energy that's above you, that is yours, that hasn't come in yet, and you help it to come in just with some gold light. So you imagine you, little you, you know, your aura, your body's in there, you're grounding, and then you imagine chunks of rainbow colored energy that's above you, that is yours, that has not yet come in, and just lots of gold light. Wash it out, lots of gold light to help what is meant to come in, come in. It's these parts of you. It can, a lot of times it's energy that you've created in your sleep with your angels. So like new levels of creativity, new levels of courage, new levels of self-care, self-love, patience, compassion, all sorts of good stuff. So this is called bringing in. You just help this new energy of yours to come in. And it doesn't all come in 1 second, but at least it's coming in now, as opposed to like sort of being queued up out there waiting. A lot of that will come in naturally if you have good flow, but usually there is some that's queued up that just hasn't come in for one reason or another. So it's nice to check. So that's called bringing in. Callback bring in is a video if you want. You search Janet Wright callback bring in and you should find it on YouTube. It just is just what we did, but if you like it in a short little video, it exists. So we're going to do the quickest version of don't be such a sponge and don't take on other people's junk. We're going to look at a literal sponge that represents all of the energy that you took on from other people in 2020, and then a literal sponge for all the energy you took on from other people in this life and then in past lives that you haven't released yet. So 3 sponges, okay? So 1 sponge out in front of you is all the energy that you took on from people in 2020. 1 sponge is all the energy you took on from people in previous years of this life. And 1 sponge is all of the energy that you took on from people in past lives that you still are carrying, right? So 3 sponges. 2020 sponge, before that in this life sponge, and then all the past lives garbage you still took on that you haven't let go of yet. And just say, angels, double check my sponges, so that you make sure that it's good to clean out these sponges, because maybe there's a little extra that it's not good to release yet. Your angels will take it. Angels, double check my sponges. Okay, and now you can go ahead and clean out your sponges. So you make a big tub of gold light, dunk all the sponges in, and wring out the sponges, and just clean out these sponges. Get them all cleaned up. You can blow up the sponges. You can blow up the tub of gold light. Give it all to your angels if you don't like blowing things up. So that was a quick version of releasing and letting go of things that you took on from other people, even people you don't know, just, the masses. And you can do, of course, that exercise. We'll call it the sponge exercise. You can do that whenever you want. Okay, so now we'll just wrap up with some flower healing, really quick flower healing. So you just imagine, first we'll do the flowers that you need for 2020 just to finish getting closure, finish healing up from 2020, finish learning what you need to learn from 2020, because challenges, that's the purpose of challenges, is to learn and grow stronger. So maybe there's a little extra nurturing that you need to do so that you get those aha moments, you get your learning. So just make a lot of flowers that you need to wrap up 2020. And just say, angels, double check my flowers. And if you're freaking out, just say, angels, can you help me make healing energy flowers for 2020 for myself? And then go ahead and give those flowers to yourself. All right, let's do that again. More 2020 flowers, right? A lot of 2020 flowers, which helps you. It's a special healing vibration you're making. They're going to be rainbow colors or gold, and they're what you need to help get closure, help heal from 2020, help learn, grow strong from all the lessons that you had in 2020. Say, angels, double check my 2020 flowers. And then go ahead and give them to yourself. And then 2021 is coming, right? And we don't want to be in the future, but maybe there's some special healing and nurturing that will help us make the most of 2021 when we get there. So you can make 2021 flowers for yourself, and whatever you need right now to help you enjoy 2021, and make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers, and say, angels, please double check my 2021 flowers, and then give them to yourself. One more time, and make your 2021 flowers that you need for yourself, unique healing flowers for yourself. And then say, angels, please double check my 2021 flowers. And then give them to yourself. So I'm just going to comb through. Archangel Ariel, she says, thank you very much. You guys are awesome. We got to wrap up. But you guys are wonderful. And Archangel Jophiel says, she says she wants to remind you that your ability to have the best year possible in 2021, and your ability to heal and restore and recharge after challenging experiences is internal. No one owns that for you. So you didn't get that from me, Janet, Wright, or the archangels. That's internal to your soul. You naturally have the ability to recharge, to restore, to learn, to evolve. And no one owns that but you. And other people could remind you of it in a positive way, but just so you know that you're not going to have a good 2021 because Janet helped you. You're going to have a good 2021 because you're an eternal soul, and you have the ability at all times to center, to clear, to heal, to recharge, and to make the best of every moment. All right. So on that note, that's a beautiful note to end on. So you could just say, angels, can you give me a healing and a blessing? All right. Woohoo! So we're done. The healing is done. And there actually is going to be a Q&A that's totally separate from this. So I'm going to, for 2 seconds, read comments, like if you want to say how you feel right now. But you can also fit that into the Q&A that we're about to do. The Q&A will start late, of course, since this ran late. The Q&A will start in about 5 or 10 minutes from now. 5 or 10 minutes from the end of this live stream is when the Q&A will start. And it's a separate Q&A live stream, which I should have announced at the start, but I didn't. And that we're going to be doing. And it's open topics, so any wellness topic. So chakras, aura, meditation, healing, boundaries with your partner, healing your kid, becoming a pro healer, yada, 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 whatever. So that's the separate healing Q&A that will happen soon. 1 question per person, and chat, text it, post it at the start. Okay, so I'm gonna catch up a little bit and then sign off of this healing. Oh, give this healing a thumbs up if you could, pretty please, if you liked it, because that helps. So someone says, the beautiful Janet with her contagious smile energy. Well, thank you. It's really just good lighting is what that is. I have like 7 different light sources or something on me right now. And there are certain colors that the camera likes and certain colors the camera doesn't like. So it's really all just lighting, lighting and color. Someone says, hi, Janet. Hello. Someone says, yes, I 100% allow in gratitude. I release it all now, every last electron from the ugly past for my dreams instead. Amen, God. Thank you so much. All right. Well, you're covering your bases there. I release all karma now until there is no more in exchange for diamond light. I don't know diamond light. I don't know. I don't know what diamond light is. Peace and love and my dreams. Amen. Well, there you go. Someone says, hi, girl. Hey. Warm and heartfelt greetings from Brazil. Thank you. I was in Brazil when I was a kid once. Physically, I was there. Someone says, yes, beautiful. Thank you. Someone gives me all sorts of smile emojis. Thank you so much. Someone says, I don't know how to visualize to see the holes or gunk. True, but you can imagine. Like if you're reading a story, you know, that someone wrote and it's like, okay, this guy drove up and he's driving a red truck and he gets out and you see his cowboy boots, you know, hit the wet pavement. And then you see that he has his arm in a sling because he broke his arm. You can see all that. Like you can imagine it, right? As you're reading the book, you're like, oh, wow, okay, the cowboy boots, the wet pavement, the broken arm. Oh, you know, oh, I get it. You know, that's the idea. You just imagine the rips. You don't have to like have this, you know, breathtaking, clairvoyant nirvana experience. You wing it. She says, I can see black and know when to repair, but I can feel if something is black, but I'm trying to get a visual for energy tunnels. Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. You see what you see. When I started for a long time, all I saw was black everywhere, all the time. And that's very common. So if you see part of it, you're doing great. I did have the healings that we just did in December 2020 was increasing all the upper chakra abilities. So, you know, but you know, get your basics first, you know, get good at grounding, get good at aura repair, get good at chakra work, you know, it can all happen. It's just, thank you. Someone gives me lots of flowers. Someone says, leaving now, am sleepy, is this okay? Sure. Probably you're sleepy because your grounding got a little too blocked. So just redo your grounding and unblock it. You know, maybe some gold sandstorm down there to unblock it. But yeah, people can be sleepy for different reasons. Sometimes people are sleepy because the angels are like, yeah, you should take a nap. We're trying to make you feel like you should take a nap. But sometimes you're just, you know, your third chakra is a little too blocked or your grounding is a little too blocked. And so it's like sort of a silly sleepy that doesn't have to happen. You know, you don't have to take a nap. You could just unblock. Sometimes you could be sleepy because maybe there are a lot of blitzing beings, you know, shooting energy at you from around you. And so you just say, angels, can you recycle all the blitzing beings? And then you redo your gold buffers. You check, see if your aura is whole, your ground is unblocked, and then poof, you're not sleepy. So it depends. Someone says, I'm not sure why But I just got incredibly emotional when I asked Archangel Ariel to help me clear the past life karmas. Yeah, it's not past life karmas, it's past life baggage. Karma is it can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, so we're tight on time, but that's more of a Q&A thing. But anyway, if you got incredibly emotional, it just could be, it's nice to get help, you know, and you know, the archangel was helping you clear something that was, you know, a big deal. So not unusual. Someone says, wow, good. I'm glad. That seems like a good wow. Someone says, hey, Janet, are my personal angels incited when I go over their heads and oh, I see what you're saying. Are they triggered when I go over their heads and ask Metatron for help because I think he has more power? Okay, so angels are not people. Human being spirits like you and me, we have, you know, we're not as evolved. So try to just remember that, you know, because sometimes like people project human things onto their angels. Like an angel's not gonna get like its ego out of joint about something. You know, like angels, they all work together, it's all good, you know. So it doesn't matter. I mean, the thing is with your personal angels, there's like a vast potential to work with them every day, to get advice from them all the time. I mean, it's insane and amazing. So I think that's the only thing about working with archangels, that sometimes people kind of miss the point and they're not receiving a lot that they could receive. And they think, well, the archangels are so much better, so why not just work with the best? But it kind of doesn't work that way. It's like you can just do both, you know. But no, archangels aren't upset if you're working with your, I mean, angels aren't upset and archangels aren't upset. It doesn't work that way. Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, thank you for your healing work today. You are welcome. Someone says, thank you, Janet. I needed this. Well, good. Someone says, able to take deeper breaths than I have been lately. Definitely feels like there's less weight on my shoulders. Oh, good. Says, I feel so great. I'd been having a really anxious week last week, and I feel so much better. Thanks, Janet. Good. So it says, my 2020 sponge was 3/4 black. Loved that part of the healing. Really got tons of relief. Yeah, that was fun, those sponges. Yeah, that was Archangel Ariel's idea. Someone's giving me lots of cool emojis. Thank you. Someone says, thank you. I followed along and did the healing to the best of my ability. Wonderful. How did I do? Very well. There's just a little bit of aura damage that you missed in the back upper part. So just redo your aura repair in the upper back. But everything else looks fabulous. Someone says, is burping part of clearing energy in my 3rd or 5th chakra? And 5th chakra, yes. Potentially, yes. If you're burping a lot, then maybe something's not clearing and you're just keep trying to clear it. But yeah, an occasional burp here and there as you clear energy can happen. Personally, for me, it's more of like a 3rd chakra clearing that'll cause the burp than a 5th chakra. But yeah, to each his own. Someone says, goodbye dirty sponges. My lower back joints feel so much more flowy, and I feel less doomed now. Good. Yeah, you should never feel doomed. I mean, you can feel doomed and try to be aware of that if that is the case, but it's always clearable. The whole feeling doomed, feeling, you know, anxious, feeling whatever. It's always some kind of piece of energy somewhere that's causing that. So I'm glad you cleared that. Someone says, I do plan to apply this as a routine part of my life. Well, good. I'm sure it's going to help. Someone says, just found this stream. My root chakra is constantly blocked. What do I do? That's more of a Q&A question because I don't have time right now because we're about to do a Q&A live stream. But honestly, you have to do some other stuff first. Like you always have aura damage, like always. And so that's taxing you a lot. It's hard for you to get more present than your 3rd chakra because you have like a quarter of your aura just gone back here. And so it's just so taxing, and I don't think you realize that. So just back up a couple of steps. Don't worry about your 1st chakra quite as much yet. Get your aura consistently repaired and whole here. Work on even your repairing your Wei Qi auras, the extra auras. We do it all in this healing, so you could just kind of do the earlier parts again and again. But Yeah, because once your aura is repaired, then I think you'll be in 7 through 2 more often. And so your second chakra will start getting better, particularly in the back. And then, you know, you work your grounding more and being in your legs more over time. And then your first chakra won't be so impossible. Then you'll be able to unblock that better and be there too. So it's a gradual thing. The safer, more repaired everything is, you get lower and lower and lower and more open and flowing and awesome. Okay. So sorry that was so sped up, but I'm supposed to do a Q&A right now, so I have to sign off in a sec. Thank you, Janet, for all your help getting me through 2020. So do I repeat this one for my kids who still aren't doing these for themselves, or try to nudge them to do their own work? It's a little bit of a Q&A thing. I mean, they're both working with their angels right now, so I think you're fine. Just help them every now and then to unblock their grounding, though, because you know the grounding gets narrow. So I think that's the one thing, because they're already working with their angels consistently. Someone says, when you get caught up with unwanted anxiety, would using the vacuum boxes work best, or what? Well, when you get caught up with unwanted anxiety, you have aura damage and your grounding is really narrow. So those are the basics that you would fix first. And then, yeah, then get more in your legs, then work on unblocking your inner aura layers, all the blockages there. And then you can unblock your lower chakras. So it's a gradual thing. But yeah, I would say aura repair and grounding unblocking is like the first two things you gotta take care of when you're feeling messed up. Did a lot of yawning and moaning. Well, that sounds good. I made a lot of funny noises when I was doing that demo style healing. I like kept yawning and stuff. It was funny looking. Adopted a cat yesterday and gave her a healing last night. Calmed her down so much. Good for you. So it says, wow, thanks for answering. I'll be back for Q&A. Oh, good. Yeah, so you can ask a question there too. One per person, please. All right, so now I get to take a break for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we will do the Q&A. So I'll change the time on that so it's a little more realistic. Change the start time on it. Okay, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll just sign off.